3-Point Shot, Chapter 16. Shuichi and Kaito held still for a brief moment. Kaito was the first to jump back into the conversation.
Oh yeah, Maki-Roll was there! She ran into us while we were training. She joined in for a little while, but headed back to her room afterward.
Shuichi's eyes widened ever so slightly. The two were taking an incredibly dangerous risk. Giving Maki an alibi with 3 people to vouch for her could cost them dearly if she were the culprit, and it was far too early to be certain of that either way. The detective turned his gaze towards Kaede and saw the look in her eyes. "Please," the pianist pleaded in her mind. "Saihara-kun, I know she didn't do it. It's dangerous, I know, but just trust me. We can't let her take the fall for something she didn't do." "Akamatsu-san?" Shuichi thought. "I don't know if this is the smartest thing to do. I think it's too early to do this. We don't even really know Harukawa-san that well." The detective closed his eyes tight and found his resolve. "But I do know you. I trust your judgment. If you believe in her, I'll do the same. I'll make your lie the truth," he decided. Shuichi opened his eyes once more and claimed, "It's true. She was with us last night. I didn't think it was too important, so I didn't mention it." Maki stood in silence. 3 people who didn't know the first thing about her were now lying through their teeth in order to protect her. It was moronic on the face of it, and all the same, it seemed to be working. "In that case," Kibo claimed, "I don't think she would have had the time to kill Shinguji-kun."
Had she done so before, she likely would not have joined you.
Kirumi surmised.
And I doubt she would have risked leaving directly afterward.
"Plus, she showed up to breakfast the next morning to deliver the note," Angie pointed out. "Angie doesn't think she'd do that if she had a murder on her conscience." Maki's attention turned to Kokichi. The dictator had kept up a stone visage during all of this. He knew full well it was nothing but lies. After all, he was the one Maki had really met with the previous evening. Regardless, he was saying nothing. "So, can we agree that Harukawa isn't that suspicious?" Kaede wondered.
"I guess she's not,"
Miyu admitted.
"I'll withhold judgment for now,"
Ryoma agreed. Maki took a breath. She was safe, for now.
"See, Maki-Roll?"
Kaito cheered, giving her the thumbs up.
"Told you a little bit of exercise would do you some good."
"Stop calling me that,"
she requested. She refused to take note of the fact that she wasn't as forceful as usual.
"But if Harukawa-san no bring knife,"
Gonta wondered, "who do?"
"It didn't come from the storage room,"
Himiko pointed out. "And we've examined most every room we've encountered up until now," Kaede added. "I don't know where it could have been hiding."
There aren't many places you could find a custom knife like that one,
Kirumi said. And with that statement, it was as if a light switch had gone off in Shuichi's mind. "Of course, that's it!"
"What do you mean, Shuichi?"
Kaito asked. "What if it was Shinguji-kun's knife?" Shuichi posited.
"Hold on,"
Tenko interrupted.
"Why would he have a knife?"
"It seems odd if you look at the knife solely as a murder weapon, but then you need to consider the design," the detective explained. "We keep calling it custom, but that made me think. Custom can also mean customary instead of customized. If it's that kind of custom knife, it seems like exactly the sort of thing an anthropologist would have."
"Makes more sense than a caretaker having a knife,"
Kaito agreed.
"Nice thinking, Shuichi."
Whoa.
Miyu argued.
Isn't that kind of a stretch? We're just gonna say he had a knife on him that none of us were told about?
"It's not completely strange," Shuichi countered. "Gonta-kun has his insect cage. Angie-san has her artist's tools, so it stands to reason that any of us could be in possession of specific items related to our talents.
But that still doesn't make sense, Tenko continued. If Shinguchi-san was the one who had the knife, why did that degenerate male end up dead?
The culprit must have disarmed him, Kaede reasoned. They took his knife away and killed him with it.
But how did the culprit even know about his knife?
Himiko wondered. Maki scoffed. Something funny? Ryoma asked.
I figured that much was obvious.
The assassin replied.
The culprit found out about his knife because Shinguchi was going to kill them with it.
Wait just a moment, Kibo requested. You are saying that Shinguchi-kun intended to commit murder? It's actually not that unreasonable, Shuichi protested. Remember that his arm was broken. That might have happened during a struggle between Shinguchi-kun and his killer. If the culprit broke his arm while he held the knife, he would have been, for lack of a better term, disarmed. Then, they could have taken the weapon for themselves and killed him. Hold on, Kaede argued. Isn't it a little bit early to be saying something like that? Shinguchi-kun was a bit creepy, yeah, but I don't think he'd kill somebody. Kokichi chuckled. I guess it's that time then. The group turned on their heels to face the constant thorn in their sides. Are you saying... Shuichi began. It's time to share with the rest of the class, Kokichi announced. You want to know what Shinguchi-chan said in his motive video? You better clean out your ears. Kaede gulped. Do you mean, in his video, he said... He went on for a while, but eventually he got to a juicy tidbit. His exact words were, you need to kill someone and escape. You can't leave your sister all alone, Kokichi declared. Kaede's heart sank. Kaito and Shuichi's videos weren't proper preparation for that sort of thing. His sister, he didn't want to abandon her. She felt a twinge of sympathy for her deceased classmate. The longer she stayed in this school, the more worried her loved ones would surely become. It was unimaginable to consider what her parents or Kaori would do if something were to happen to her.